Hello everyone and welcome to so we're really doing this then, are we? 500 subscriber Q&A. Oh god. Anyway, on to the first question now, and the first question is from Marco FD, who asks, what was my favourite league race moment that I had myself? And congratulations on 500. Thank you very much, sir. Well, my most favourite moment, well, I don't know if you'd actually call it a moment. Let's put it like this. What happened on the first lap at Russia in our league racing season will go down in all time, I think, as a moment. It's still talked about now. If you remember that old adage from Ayrton Senna who said if you don't go for a gap you're not a racing driver, well, this is what happened. Anyway, it wasn't my fault. I just blamed it all on the bear. I'll just run the bloody clip for God's sake. Now at this point I had an urgent phone call which I had to answer, so I left the controller in the capable hands of Tiberius Bear. Okay, I'm back now. What the chuffing hell have you done? You've just taken out half the field. What's that? What do you mean it's not your fault your paw slipped off the controller? Did you have your driving gloves on? I told you to put your driving glove... Oh, for God's sake. Go on, go and sit on a naughty step. For God's sake. Anyway, let's see if we can rescue this race and have a look from Riker, which is Race Car XXX Race Car Man. See exactly what happened. As you can see, there is me ahead of Riker, Mr. Dave Hook in 7th place. As we go down now to turn 1, and it's an absolute clusterfuck ahead of us. As you can see, there's cars on the left of me, cars on the right, and I sneak down the inside, and I've pushed Brian wide, which pushes Joseph wide, and also I go into Riker as well. It's a slight bit of contact. Future F1 has contact with Nick, as you can see, and Joseph has to slow down. Let me pass on his contact with Joseph. Oh my god, it's the end of civilization as we know it. I've collided with our illustrious leader Joseph, but I've managed to maintain my position, and Joseph is right at the back of the field. Yeah, so there we go, and that's still talked about to this day. Joseph mentions it quite a lot about how he spent over a week practicing, for the race, and that was all for nothing, basically, after the first turn when Dave went for a gap and it didn't quite play off. Anyway, thank you for the question. On to the next. Our next question is from Brian Burman, who says, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody is there to hear it, is there quantum mechanics and particle waves indicating sound, or indicate no sound, and by the same token, has the tree fallen or not fallen? What if, in the realm of possibility, there is no tree, and thus no sound? Would that indicate that no atoms have been destroyed, or no atoms have been created? What if, according to subatomic particles, there are 5 neutrons more versus protons in each atom, and would the atoms not be able to form a tree or allow... Oh, for cock's sake. Brian, I've got one word for you, mate. You need a girlfriend. Pretty bloody quickly, that's what you need. Jesus Christ on a stick. So on to our next questions, and oh my goodness, it's from the moaning Yorkshireman himself, Mr. Josh Stocks, and he says, yeah, Q&A. Okay, calm down. So here we go, he says. Here go the questions. Oh God. Question 1. Are you really bald? Yes, I am. Question 2. Are you really 107? No, I've just had a birthday. I'm now 108. Number 3. Sponge times 250. Yeah, nice try. Number 4. Oh, wait a minute. He wants this in Cockney Dave. Cockney Dave. Yeah, come over here. He wants you to answer this question. Come over here. That's it. Okay, that's the microphone. Speak into it. Oh, for fuck's sake, mates. Is that it? Just one fucking question? He's saying, is it true you're a fucking plum? Well, I can tell you, mates, he's a fucking right plum. Absolute fucking plum. So, yes, he is. Thank you for that. Yes, no, you can fuck off now. Go and wash my car. Number 5. Do you use Vagisil? If so, how often? What the fuck now? What? No. What? No. What the fuck even is that? It sounds like the bloody stuff you put for your car when it's going rusty. If you've got a rusty undercarriage, perhaps you need some Vagisil. No, wait a minute. Where's my fucking keyboard here? I'm going to Google that because I'm telling you. Hang on, let's have a look. Google, yes, come on, you can work for me for a change. I keep working for you for very little pay. Okay, let's type that in now. What we got? Vag, V-A-G. Oh my god. Oh blimey. Oh blimey. What the hell even is that? Is it upside down? Oh no, it's the right way round. But what the hell even is that? Oh, is that what a vagina looks like? Question 6 is, can you count to 57? 57. Number 7 is, name your favourite Coldplay song other than Paradise. But I don't know any other songs apart from Paradise. That one with Rihanna in. Question 8 is, how many of your subscribers do you actually pay to stay subscribed to you? Well, I can answer that, Josh, with all of them. But Dave pays in kind. Yes, that includes the ladies or the gentlemen, because quite frankly at my age it doesn't care to be too fussy. But I also have to say that at times it is a constant struggle to keep up. Question 9 is lemons or limes. I would have to go for limes there. And question 10 is quavers or whatsits. Oh my god, you know you've just destroyed the whole fabric of our society there, Josh, because I like them both equally, but I suppose I'll have to go for whatsits. And to finish off, he says, seriously though, Dave, congratulations on 500 subs, mate. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. And I'm generally chuffed for you. Thanks for everything you've done for me and my channel. It's been a real pleasure getting to know you these past 6 months. I'd just like to say, Josh, thank you very much, but the pleasure has been all mine. Oh, for cock's sake. Oh god, is this video nearly over yet? I only like doing 7-minute videos, you know, because these days that's about as long as I can last. Anyway, moving on, we got a congratulations from Alex Zafra. Well, thank you, Alex. Alex, of course, was the inspiration for me to start a YouTube channel. I remember seeing one of Alex's videos and thought, you know what? I'm going to give that a go. So thank you very much, Alex. Our next one comes from Ice One, which I actually thought was a troll, but it turns out it was actually Ice One Ollie out of our Elite Racing League. And he asks, are you a bold toilet? Okay, moving on. And if so, do you use turtle wax on your head? No, actually, Ollie, I use Mr. Sheen, because for us bald people, I find it's only Mr. Sheen that can give you that all-round shine that we so desperately need. And our next question is from Mr. Bootsy Head. Oh my goodness, one of my devoted fans, and he says, congrats bro on 500 subs. Well, thank you sir very much. And he says, trust me, you will hit 1k subs in no time. Well, let's hope so, and then I can finally retire and live off the millions and millions of pounds of YouTube earnings that I'm currently getting. Insert joke here. His questions are, what are your top 3 most favourite F1 games of all time? Oh my goodness, what a set of questions. Okay, well, everyone knows what number 1 is going to be. Yes, that's right. It's Formula 1 97. Yes, the immortal classic. Of course, it doesn't stand up very well today, but at that time, this was the pinnacle of Formula 1 games. It was just absolutely superb. And I still say to this day, it has never actually been beaten. And of course we had the glorious Murray Walker commentary and Martin Brundle, who I think only had one line in the game, which was, you're right there Murray. But no, the whole game was just delicious. And when I first got that game, I used to spend 6 hours every night playing it to death. And at the time I was working, I think 14 hours a day. So yes, tiredness was quite a factor in 1997 when that game first came out. Okay, so on to number 2, and I'm going to pick F1 Championship Edition. Yes, this is another glorious game, and sadly the very last one from Studio Liverpool, but it's basically got it all, and it actually surpasses a lot of the modern Codemasters games. Of course, it has its faults. You've got that stupid red penalty, of course, and the AI is pretty difficult at times, and of course there's no flashbacks, but I just love that. So you make one mistake and that's the end of your Grand Prix. So I'd have to say F1 Championship Edition. And in third place, I'm going to say, now don't hate me for this, F1 2000, the original by EA Sports for the PlayStation 1. Yes, this just had it all. We'd had the glorious F1 97, we'd been supremely disappointed by F1 98. Then F1 99 came along and, well, that just wasn't very good either. And so when F1 2000 came along, and of course this game started at the start of the 2000 season, so we could actually replicate every single race as it had just been on our televisions. It was it was just glorious that we could watch a race on a Sunday, and then straight afterwards we could then try and replicate that race on our PlayStation. So I'm going to say F1 2000 is my pick number 3. Okay, and our next question is from Mr. Rogue Guardian, who says, good work reaching 500 subs, Dave. Well, thank you, sir. And his question is, what has been your favourite team in F1 since you started watching? Well, I started watching F1 around about 1988. But it was only sort of sporadic races. I wasn't actually watching full seasons. It was 1992 when I went full ham on Formula 1. So of course you know what I'm going to say. Yes, it's Williams. This was of course Nigel Mansell's winning year in 1992, and I've been an avid fan of Williams and Formula 1 ever since. My next comment is from Shumi Jr., who says, wow, congratulations, you deserve all of your subscribers. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And our next one is from the Oversteer Network, which, if anyone doesn't realise, it is of course Mickey Motions, who says congrats. Well, thank you, Mickey. I'm going to try and do it now. I'm going to fuck it up, and I'm going to try and do it. It's Mickey Motion! Oh god, no, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, so our next set of questions comes from Mr. Arrowman. Hello, sir. And he says, question 1, F1, V12 or V10? I'm going to say V10. Question 2, Hamilton or Damon Hill? Damon Hill every single time. Question 3, do you watch DTM or any touring car racing? Yes, I watch the British Touring Car Championship. Question 4, if Fernando retires, who should replace him? Well, I think the better question should be, who would want to replace him at McLaren? Because I can't see any driver wanting to go to McLaren in its current state. So I'd have to say any of their sort of reserve drivers or test drivers would have to be the number one choice for McLaren at the moment. Question 5, Schumacher or Schumacher? Yes, of course referring to Ralf Schumacher or Michael Schumacher, and I will have to say Michael Schumacher every single time. Ralf never got out of the shadow of his brother, and I have to say he was never ever as talented as Michael either. And finally, who's better? Schumacher, Prost, Senna or Fangio? Oh my god, what a list there. Well, as everyone knows, the drivers were always as good in their own era, and of course Fangio, if he'd got into an 80s car, would never have done very well. But out of all those four, I'm being asked to pick one, and of course it's going to be Senna every single time. Our next set of questions comes from, oh my god, it's that damn Canadian, Mr. Dominic Orlando. Yes, it's like the place in Florida, only it's spelled with a U. And he says, first off, you're a sponge. Well, thank you. Secondly, here's his questions. Number 1, what kind of wax do you use on your head? We've already established that I use Mr. Sheen. And number 2, what's your favourite commentating moment ever in any leagues you've been a part of? And can you show some video? Well, this moment is not actually my moment, Dominic, but it's your moment, because as you damn well know, my favourite moment is you in our Formula Touring Championship that we had on Project Cars. This is the very last lap of the race and everyone crashes out and you completely lose your shit. Let's run the clip right now.
Oh my god.
Marker is Gomez.
It's Gomez. It's go to Burton.
Or it's Vapor maybe. I'm
it's
not
Vapor.
Sure. RCB goes a little wide. And look at this.
Nick's trying to get past all of them.
He's like, oh, going into the final corner.
Oh my god. Oh look, there could be contact. There could be contact. There is contact. They're all off. Everyone's off. Oh my god. No. Nick's off as well. And Burton crosses the line in first place. I don't believe it.
I can't believe it. What on earth just happened? Oh my goodness.
Our next one comes from Ziggy the Cartoon, who says, Cockney Dave, will you reveal your face for one more question? No, I fucking won't, mate. Anyway, our next one comes from Hill Race Driver, who says, because I have nothing to ask, can this be part of the Q&A? Well, yes it can. Anyway, on to some more questions now, and this one comes from Robbie THD98. Hello sir, and he says, well done Dave on achieving 500 subscribers, halfway to the big 1k milestone that every F1 YouTuber of your size dreams to achieve. Yes indeed. My Q&A question is, other than F1 2016 and Project Cars, what other racing games do you enjoy playing in your spare time or to make videos of? Well, I have to say I'm a big fan of the Colin McRae and Dirt games and the touring car games as well. That first game, Touring Car, when it came out in 1997, oh my god. I absolutely played that to death as well. Now if you play it now it looks very, very primitive, but when that came out that was the daddy. And of course you had F1 97 out in the same year as well. It was a fantastic time for playing racing games. So yes, I would say both of those series are my favourite. I'm not a fan of any of this Need for Speed bullshit. I've played a few but they don't interest me at all. It's sort of proper simulation, or you know, games that are fun but are airing towards the simulation side of things are basically my favourite games to play. And MrMark said, well, you revealed your head and that you wear glasses. Yes, I did, and congratulations for 500 subs. Thank you very much. And will you reveal your face? No, I will not. And not unless I get 250 sponges, and that's one per person. Don't try and cheat now. He says, well, he'll make a real question later. Well, thank you anyway, sir. And our next one comes from Matt212, or as Benjamin Daily likes to call him, Matt212, who asks, how much money do you spend on shampoo? Okay, and he says, seriously though, congrats on 500, not long till 1k now, methinks. Well, let's hope so, and thank you, sir. JD Gaming's the next one, who says, Sponge, congratulations Dave on 500 subscribers. Question is, what is the future for your league racing on F1 2017? Well, I shall still be doing the Elite Racing League, hopefully, if my fingers haven't dropped off by then. And he says he's thinking of creating a league and I'd be welcome to join, and don't worry, he'll have Mrs. Jordas Renault reserved for me. Well, thank you, Jamie. Okay, on to our next question. Okay, our next one is from Riker Lommel, and he has 3 questions, and he says, favourite motorsport minus F1, touring car. Favourite F1 race course, that's easy, Spa. Least favourite F1 race course, well, even though I love the circuit, it absolutely hates me, and it's Brands Hatch. And second to that, I think I'd have to go for the Hungaroring. Don't like that one at all. Also, try to use Jensen Button in the McLaren Mercedes. That of course is a reference to my earlier video when I said if you wanted to see a car and driver combination go around the track, then let me know. Thank you, I will try and sort that out. Okay, and our next one is from, oh my god, I'm English. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that name, am I? Okay, let's give it a shot. Fabinho Batista. I know that's wrong, and I apologise profusely, but I am English. There's not a lot more you can say, really. Okay, his questions... Oh, wait a minute, he wanted Incognito Dave. So his questions are, number 1, Senna or Schumacher? Well, I'd have to say Senna every single time. Number 2, favourite circuit? Well, I answered that as Spa, so I'm going to say my next favourite, which is Monza, because I always like them power circuits, know what I mean? Number 3, best Grand Prix that you've ever seen? Well, I have to say, I think the 2008 final, where Lewis Hamilton just, and I mean just, won the championship, was probably the greatest entertainment value Grand Prix we've had in recent years. So I'm going to say 2008. Favourite F1 team? Oh my bloody good god. Is that recently or in the past? Well, I've already said in the past that my favourite team is Williams. So for now, for this season, F1 2017, I'm going to say Ferrari. Yes, I know. Who'd have thought it? I still love Williams and I always will, but they're not doing very well, let's face it, are they, mates? So I'm going to say Ferrari for this season. And the last question is, do you like soccer? No, I bleeding well don't, mate. I can't stand it. Oh my god. Load of ponces going round a bloody field for an hour and a half, and I'll tell you, they get a slight little knock on their knee and it's like, oh my god, my leg's fallen off. Oh, and then the bloke comes out with the magic sponge and he's going, oh, it'll be alright, mate. What a load of overpaid wankers. I'll tell you what they should do, mate. They should donate half of all their wages and give it to charity. Yeah, give it to a fucking worthwhile cause, mate, instead of them poncing around a field for an hour and a half. That's what they should do. Okay, well that's it then. That's my Q&A, and I managed to survive, and thanks to everybody who made a comment. Now I'd just like to say as a final note that a lot of people get confused and think I'm some kind of sexist pig, especially with the Carmen Jordan career mode videos. Well, the opposite could not be true. In fact, I'm a great supporter of women in motorsport, but unfortunately in this day and age, sometimes you have to go about it in a rather different way to grab people's attention. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. As I always say on the end of every video, there will be more later.